Alright, let's get into it. I feel like this is not a matchup I've seen too much of. But when I have, I feel like Raito kind of just has Fisz's number. I mean, Fiszcz obviously has been playing a lot. He's been improving lately. Maybe we'll see a change up in strategy from last time. Conveyor right off the bat, neither player opting to take it. Okay, I have not. So I'll be honest. I slept through the first half of this tournament. I haven't seen this map in action quite yet. I'm very curious to see what that little contraption does. I'm very curious to see it. I know Unmei when it comes to adding gimmicks to her maps. I'm not using that in a derogatory sense. When it comes to using gimmicks in her maps, I feel like Unmei is on another level. So nothing too difficult so far. I think it was it Fiszcz who opted immediately to just get rid of that spring? I feel like if you're against someone like Raicho, that's probably the best bet. Oh wow, okay, I see the gimmick. So the arrows don't do anything unless you, the players, opt in by breaking the crumbling block. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Fiszcz getting a lot of time to practice his 2-block squeeze there, but I feel like Raito's just not gonna allow you to force that if that's what he's seeing. I also feel like Fiszcz might be the one opponent where Raito doesn't feel that confident taking hydrants, because I know normally Raito is the hydrant guy. You know, give him a hydrant, he'll you know, go crazy with it. But Fiszcz is the kind of player to have a bunch of tricks up his sleeve, you know? Both players deliberating here. Wow, whoa. We might already be in a scoring round. I feel like Raito seeing this is going to want to make it a lot harder. Yep. That's just the Raito way. Okay, so now, what is this? You need to land on the safe spot corner of this? Or can you just go directly for it like Fiszcz is going? Okay, I mean, 1 life apiece already. Raito down to his last. Fiszcz almost gets the squeeze. Hold on. This could be the set-defining moment. Neither player making it, though. I mean, if anything's getting bombed, it has to be the girder, right? We're just gonna see the spring in action now. Okay, and Fiszcz gets his R spike. Are there any opportunities for a Fiszcz jump? Yeah, good call by Raito. I imagine Fiszcz is still gonna try and block off that bottom spring. Maybe not. Damn, Raito. Ooh, good call going for the wall jump. Okay, I mean, things have definitely, you know, been nerfed. It's a lot easier, but even so, this could be a scoring round. Fiszcz already onto his last life. I feel like this setup for players of Fiszcz caliber is doable, but that's gonna be, I mean, first point goes to Raito, most likely, right? Yep, Raito sees the perception of the spring, and that'll do it. Two spike balls, and okay, Fiszcz now bring out the hydrant. Oh my god, Raito. Maybe I'm just saying oh my god because I personally am so bad when it comes to those, like, vertical spring setups, but that looks hard. Oh wow. Raito's really thinking about it. I'm pretty sure I could be wrong on this one, but I feel like that is the exact setup that Raito got knowledge checked on earlier when he dropped to the loser side of the bracket. Oh man, this looks this looks pretty painful. Okay, Raito staying under control here. What is the play? He's taking his time to think. I mean, I see a couple options, but I'm not sure how I feel about any of them. Alright, yeah, I think Raito doesn't have too much of a plan either. I think that black hole was pretty last minute. You see this kind of thing pretty often. Someone places something at the very last second and it's not impossible. But yeah, Raito gonna get rid of it. Not a bad play. I will say, if I'm Raito, I don't know how strongly I want to get rid of those black holes. I understand, you know, it's the... If you're trying to play to score a point, that's definitely the right thing to do, but... you know, he's up by 1 point. Do you really want to introduce that kind of volatility and give Fish a pathway to come back into the game? I don't know. Okay, I mean... I feel like this matchup as a whole really comes down to, like, you know, Fish is obviously a very versatile player, but he really shines when it comes to tech skill. When it comes to things that he's practiced, Fish is a very dedicated player. So something like this, is this tech going to be enough? Is Raito prepared with this spike ball spin? Hey, hold on. I mean, it was only one placement, but this might actually be enough for Fish to get back into the game. Raito, only 2 lives left. Died to it the first time. He looked fairly confident, but I just don't know. Also, I guess that spring setup is nowhere near as hard as I thought it was. Oh, Fish dying to it. Raito does get the spin, but just doesn't manage to start holding right fast enough. Okay. I mean, all of a sudden, all it took was one placement, but Fish is primed to score here. He could be going straight back to even. Oh, Fish. A little too hasty with it. Still 1 life. Anything is possible. Timer might be making a difference here, because if you've been paying close attention, wait a minute, Fish on the first try. I feel like that was a great example of you know how sometimes it feels like the timer makes you better as a player? Because if you're paying attention to the first, you know, first 3 lives, every time Fish was going for the spike ball spin, he was intentionally spacing it far to the left, so that if he failed, he could still bail out. But that kind of killed him more often than not. But as soon as the timer's there, he realizes, well, I mean, I have to just go for it now. And as soon as he has the confidence to just go for it, he hits it first try. Oh, Raito, what is this black hole? Alright, things are heating up. Now, my mind says that this is not a scoring round. But my heart says this is Fish and Raito. You know, anything can happen. Okay, Raito, first one to get that precision. Nicely done. Is this spike ball gonna cause issues? I think Raito has these. He does. Alright, and lastly, this black hole, is this just the 3 wide now? I don't know, call me crazy. I feel like a 3 wide against Fish is a very bold setup. I can't imagine many people, you know, maybe like Morphin and Nell, but I can't imagine too many people who I would take in a 3 wide over Fish. Okay, both players last life. I mean, this is make or break. Raito, Fish not far behind. And here's the timer again. Fish close, Raito as well. Both of them just slightly too low. Oh my goodness. Raito does get it! Alright, so we're back. Raito advantage 2-1. Heading into the back end of this matchup. That's what, 3 left? 4 left. Okay, I mean, I felt unsure. I really felt unsure of that black hole setup, but in the moment, a lot of the time, the theory behind placements kind of just doesn't matter. You know, the most important thing is what you feel confident in. And for Raito, just any way to get rid of that spike ball spin was just the correct play. Alright, Fish. Setting up the aptly named Fish jump. Could this be enough advantage? Oh, wow. Honestly, with how difficult this is, I don't know if the Fish jump is going to be enough advantage. I feel like, if anything... Oh, wow, wait, Raito. Wonderful perception, seeing, you know, just go for the wall jump off the spring. That being said, that wall jump is janky. Fish, still 2 lives. Oh, wow, okay, doesn't even need to go for the wall jump. Goes for it through the spring. I mean, did you expect anything else? Of course, Fish hitting the Fish jump. This is slightly buffed now. Wait a minute, Fish. Wow, whoa. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know you could safely do that when you were stuck in, you know, spring stasis. Okay, so again, Fish tying it back up. What is this match? We're gonna be going to the 5th point? I'm surprised Raito didn't opt for the Wrecking Ball. Raito's an interesting player to me, where sometimes I feel like he doesn't fully understand his own strength, and then sometimes I feel like he understands them better than anyone else. Because I feel like, against a player like Fish, someone who's so calculated and who likes to go for tech, who likes to go for precision, I feel like adding timings when you are the best timing player, it kind of just works out. But I don't know, it is late enough in the match that maybe it's too difficult to go for that kind of build now. Oh, I see what Raito wants to do. He's waiting till the last moment to do it, but he's going to place that wire probably on the underside. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, that build, that sideways wire by Raito, it didn't end up mattering because, you know, the mortar did counter it, but that was a pretty genius build by Raito. Because if you wanted to force, you know, Raito on the previous round was going for the wall jump from the spring, whereas Fish was just going directly for the spring. If you want to force your method so that you're wall jumping from the spring, you place that wire on the bottom side of that 1x1. But Raito makes the correct call and instead places it on the left, not forcing his own method, but making Fish's method more dangerous. Oh my god, incredible control by Raito. Okay, hold on, the pressure is on for Fish. He has 2 opportunities here, but he has to make it or that is game. Hold on, last life. And reminder, I mean, these are 2 great players, but this is the loser's bracket. Fish, your tournament life is on the line. Will you pick up? Gets the Fish jump. 1 major spot of difficulty here. And that does it. Raito! 3-2 over Fish. Okay, I mean, pretty incredible back and forth, and you gotta give credit to Fish. You really gotta give credit to Fish, because compare this to the last time Raito and Fish played. I mean, I feel like... Oh, what tournament even was it? I feel like it was kind of just a beatdown, both sets that they played. So now let me get a look here. What are we waiting on?